What's good, family? IOBA, my name is TC. So, today I want to talk about a subject I haven't spoken on in quite a while. I've been leaving it alone, but it's not because I ain't concerned about it or I don't care about it. It's just that, other people been getting on it enough. But I think it's time for me to throw my 2 cents in. Here's what's happening. It is, the subject of the diaspora wars. Now, a long time ago, when Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore started the ADOS movement, that was back in 2015, 2016. I realized that caught on to me. I liked that. That struck me. And then Tariq Nasheed came along and kind of co-opted the movement, quiet as kept, but came up with the acronym FBA, Foundational Black Americans. It's both the same thing. But when we started representing ourselves as a distinct group, people started getting all bent out of shape. Black people from other parts of the world, black people from the diaspora started getting all bent out of shape. Started calling us xenophobic and all of that sort of thing. But at the same time, they could differentiate themselves. They could be Ghanaian, they could be South African, they could be Nigerian, especially if they did something good. They could be Jamaican, they could be Haitian. But we couldn't be foundational. We couldn't differentiate ourselves. We just had to be straight up black and American. Because we definitely not like the white people that are here. We're not like them. And we're not like the people from the diaspora. Just ask them, they'll tell you. So we are our own group. And I thought, that's good, that's all right. But then, people started hearing about this. And right away they started getting, all nervous and scared and shit. You had people calling us a hate group and all that. It ain't none of those things. It's a whole goddamn tribe, really. There are 30-some, maybe 40 million black Americans in that lineage who could trace their lineage back to, I'm going to just say the 1500s. In this country. Because from 1619 onwards, when them so-called first black people came as slaves, it was already black people here. But back then, your lineage goes back that far, all the way through the Civil War, all the way up to now. In this country, you are a foundational black American. You are. We started doing that. We started calling ourselves what we really are. We started demanding respect as such. People get mad. But people want to take from that culture, our black, because we have many subcultures within that culture. But anyway, they want to take from our cultures all that is good and gatekeep all that's in their country. You know what I mean? They'll do some shit and we would get in on it and they'll start telling us, you ain't Nigerian, you can't do this, or you're not Jamaican, you don't know nothing about that, or you ain't Haitian, you can't do this, you can't speak French, you can't do. But when we do it, it becomes a problem. We xenophobic. Then they start trying to steal shit. Like Fat Joe's, we didn't invent hip hop. Now, I never liked Fat Joe's music. I'm old enough that when his shit was hot, I was probably 40. I never liked his shit. I'm a hip-hop purist anyway. Just for the record, my favorite lyricist of all time is Rakim, not Fat Joe. So, Fat Joe or Big Pun or nobody like him. But he wanted to sit his ass there and say, black people didn't invent hip-hop, and then he talk all greasy about it out of his mouth about foundational black Americans. See, here's the thing. They all think that Tariq Nasheed is a leader. He is not. He's a spokesperson. He's an advocate for foundational Black Americans. He's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman, of course. But he is very vocal when it comes to our ethnic group, and rightfully so. And I talked about that in about 2016 and told people, man, we ain't no hate group. We're not xenophobic. We're not any of that. If we get our reparations, y'all get y'all reparations. It's as simple as that. And I said that all black people from around the world should be able to do that simple arithmetic. If black, you should fall in line and support everybody black getting reparations for everybody who colonized or enslaved them. And starting with Black Americans, because that's where it has to start. So we on that kind of shit. So we get black people from other parts of the world telling us it ain't never gonna happen, and telling us we stupid for asking for it. And we get black people from Latin America talking that same shit. We get black people from all around telling us that we're lazy and that we have no culture, until they trying to steal what culture they do find in us. That's the kind of disrespect we get. And when we start pushing back, now we a problem. Well, I guess I choose to be a problem because I'm going to push back. Because I know who I am, where I come from, what my people have accomplished in this country. So there's that. Let me tell you something though. Back during the Civil Rights era, it was people coming up from Jamaica and people coming from other parts of the diaspora who was down for the fight, who helped, because they understood it. But those was a whole different kind of people coming in to the country from Jamaica, Marcus Garvey and them. There was a whole different kind of people coming from the diaspora, because those were very revolutionary times back then. African states started getting independence. The United States Civil Rights Movement was popping. I'm telling you, I tell people this all the time. For a little while in the 70s, we as black people had way more rights and freedoms than we got now. You couldn't just shoot black people in the streets and expect to get away with it scot fucking free then, like you can now. And we guarded our culture a lot more closely, which is something we're doing again, and which is why everybody got their panties in a bunch. But be warned, the United States Immigration Service is about to cull the black population, if you will, in the United States. And a lot of people from other parts of the world are going to get deported, especially the black countries. And they're going to need the support of black Americans in some cases. So they shouldn't be coming out their mouth like Fat Joe and others with all of that crazy ass disrespect. My thing is this: if you don't agree with us or understand our reasoning, then don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't get it out there and try to call us out our name and put our dick in the dirt. Don't do that. So that's where I'm at with the Fat Joe and the Foundational Black Americans thing. I think everybody right now should kind of hold their own nuts, as Tariq Nasheed would say. I wish it could be better. I wish people from all over the world black people from all over the world could kind of get on the same page when it comes to this type of thing. But it ain't enough loyal people out there. Most people just driven by money and what they can get, and they'll throw each other under the bus trying to get it, especially black Americans, because we already know there's a whole cottage industry out there where if you get on the internet and talk greasy about black Americans, they'll pay you a bunch of money. So everybody out there trying to get that money. But like I said earlier, the United States government is getting ready to deport a lot of black people. A lot of black people are already leaving because they don't want that deportation. You know, they got to lay low for the next 4 years and see who come in after Trump. But just know, when the United States write these tough immigration laws, the Democrats don't always come and overturn them. Because Joe Biden didn't really close those internment camps like he said he was. Just so y'all know. When Donald Trump and the Republicans write all of these crazy immigration laws, it ain't no guarantee that the Democrats are going to come in and overturn those laws. So that means you get out, you might not be able to get back in 4 years. That visa might be a lot more expensive or whatever. You know, you need the support of foundational black Americans now in order to head off some of this shit, because they're going to try to make an example out of the black people. They really are. But I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone, because I said a long time ago this was going to happen, that the Republicans are going to start with the black people, and they're going to make a big show of it, and then they're going to let the other shit just fade away. I mean, they're going to go for the low-hanging fruit. Because believe me, the workers that they need, they're going to find a way to keep. The workers that they need, they're going to find a way to keep. And the workers that they feel they don't need or just don't really like black people, they're going to do their best to get rid of them. Just saying. If we could have got along better, maybe it wouldn't have been so easy to do that. To deport black people, you know, wholesale deportation of black people. That wouldn't have been possible had we been, you know, in support of one another as black people from around the world. But no, I'm Haitian, I'm Jamaican, I'm Trinidadian, I'm Nigerian, I'm Ghanaian, I'm Canadian, you know, I'm not a black American. We the black Americans, and we ain't going anyplace. We the only non-immigrants in the country. Too bad y'all didn't get our support when it was offered to you. Because I promise you, I wear a Trinidadian ring, a Jamaican hat, an African hat, a Canadian hat. But I'm an artist. I just like the colors and the design of the hats. But it also shows that I love black people from all around the world. But like any sane person, I love myself and my own first. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You dig me? I hope people like Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez and Cardi B and all these celebrities from all other parts of the world, from the Latin countries, I hope they go ahead and make it do what it do somewhere else and get off of our black culture, because were it not for us, they wouldn't be famous. But they done got old anyway. I'm seeing the separation happen. I'm seeing the segregation happen. I'm seeing the segregation happen. Segregation ain't going to be this time like it was last time, though. So, I'm going to say to the people from the diaspora, I love y'all, but I only love y'all in as much as y'all love me. Y'all take that with you. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. Hit the comment button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Oh, before I go, thank you, and to all the new subscribers. I'm working my way to 1,000 subscribers. I should get there in a couple of months, but welcome. All right? Y'all take care. TC, and I'm out. Peace.